Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am so excited to bring you this video, well not this one specifically, but what this video leads to. Basically, myself and Daydream Daze here on YouTube, we have been talking about doing a collaboration for a while, and what we settled on was actually doing a collaboration save file. So we're going to be playing the neighbourhood of Riverblossom Hills, which came with The Sims 2 seasons, and we're going to play each household in rotation, and we're just going to see how the stories are influenced by two different people playing and, you know, what difference that makes, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. For the first round, we are going to play each family like alternatively. So Daze will take the first family, which is the Viejos. I'll take family number 2, she'll move on to family number 3, and it'll move on like that until we've worked our way through them all. For each round after that, all the households will be played for 4 days. So Daze will play the first 2 days and I'll play the next 2, and we'll work through it like that. I will leave a link to Daydream Daze's channel in the description below. I highly recommend you check out her content. She's got some amazing Sims 2 videos. She's currently got a Strange Town Let's Play going, and one of her recent builds was actually building an alien farm, and I love it. So no, I definitely recommend checking her out. And obviously, you would need to check her out anyway if you're going to see the first part of the Riverblossom Hills collaboration save file. She has the Viejo family part up now, so that is available to go watch now. So I would definitely recommend it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to get started into gameplay with this. I'm really interested to see where it goes. So at the moment, we're just adding the Ottomas family from the Sim bin into the neighbourhood. The Ottomas family are, spoiler alert, soon to be an 8-sim household. If you've not played with them, they are made up of Samantha and Peter, which are the husband and wife. There is Peter's mother, Dora. They've got 3 children, like Peter and Samantha. So that's David, Charlotte, and Tommy. So we've got a teenager, child, and toddler. And Samantha is currently pregnant with twins. For an 8-sim household, you obviously need a decent amount of space and bedrooms. None of the starter homes in Riverblossom Hills offer that. So what we have to do is we're going to have to make one over. They don't have starter funds. They've got, I think it was like 32k they had, so they had a decent amount. So what we're able to do is we're able to move them into house, and we're able to add an extension on to sort of give them that extra space. We don't have quite enough space for the family. We've got enough space for all the Sims currently in the household, but when those twins are born, I do not know where they're going. I'm not much of a builder, and I did kind of struggle with like the layout for this. As you can see here, I'm messing about these walls for ages, but we got one in the end that kind of works. We got a master bedroom, a room for Charlotte and David to share, which isn't ideal, but there's just not enough space otherwise. And we've got a nursery, and then downstairs we are going to have to sacrifice our dining room so Grandma can have a room to herself. Overall, I do actually quite like how this house turned out. We did run out of money, which is a bit of a shame. Like, I think if we had more money, the house could have been beautiful. I actually quite like the houses in Riverblossom Hills. Like, I like, well, some of them. Some of them are typical EA houses. But no, I do actually quite like this one. I quite like its extension, if I do say so myself. We've also managed to add in a second bathroom, which is definitely going to be important for an 8-sim household. The only downside is there's not much like decoration or landscaping or things. But as you can see out the back, we do actually have the garden plots. So basically every household in Riverblossom Hills have the garden plots included in them, just because that was one of the things that came with seasons. So this is like their new gameplay thing. Every house in the world has them. So I think that's quite exciting. We also have a nice little pond out the back, which I think is cute. Also, speaking of landscaping, although we couldn't afford much, we are able to have the fences with little flower boxes. This is the first time I've used them, and I absolutely love them. I also think those trees next to the house are fruit trees. I'm pretty sure they are anyway, so we could have sold a couple of them and got another couple thousand, but I didn't think of that until right this second. Okay, I'm just putting some lights in, though it doesn't make that much of a difference in The Sims 2, I don't think, but One thing that bothers me in The Sims 2 is you are restricted to the grid lines. So things like lights and rugs are a nightmare to place because unless you have a square room, nothing's going to be like in the center. Also, I had a lot of trouble getting the save file to work in my computer. For it to be a collaboration, obviously myself and Daze have to transfer the save file between us. So with Daze playing the first family, she started the save and gave it to me. And it took me so long to get it to work. And one of the things we thought about trying was if I put her downloads folder that has, I call her CC and things, into my game to see if that was one of the issues which was causing it not to run. So I ended up downloading all that, and she has quite a lot of CC in her game, and it's not something I've really played with before because my old computer just couldn't run it, so I've not really been in the habit of downloading things because I used to be able to think I couldn't. Whereas now I have like a gaming laptop, it can run with pretty much anything. So I am so excited I actually have CC in my game. So in this build, I had quite a lot of fun experimenting with it and seeing what all she had. It's basically like getting like a new stuff pack or something. Like there's things in like the catalogue I've not seen anymore and I'm like, ooh, I definitely want to use this. So I did have a lot of fun with that. So the kitchen is basically all CC with the counters and the fridge and things. And I think it's quite cute. I also had a lot of fun playing with CC in the nursery because I quite like decorating nurseries. I think they're fun, especially in The Sims 2 where like your babies and toddlers and things aren't objects. So I had fun like picking out the crib and things. Though I actually do think I stuck with EA's crib here. I don't know why, I struggled to get it to match the changing table I used. I used a 1-tile changing table just because this nursery is really small. So the 2-tile ones, like the traditional ones, don't really fit in here. I'm not going to be able to fit 2 cribs in. So I did struggle with like the wood swatches and things just to make it look like cohesive. So I ended up just using an EA cot, I think. I'm not entirely sure what I did. I think I stuck with that one. So at the moment, the household is set up for the amount of Sims that I can't remember if I've said this before, but it's set up for the amount of Sims that are here. When the twins come, I don't know where they're going. And we'll probably have to extend a room or shuffle people about. Some of the rooms are a really odd shape as well. Like all the kids' bedrooms and Dora's as well, I think. They've all got those like sticky out circle bits. I don't know what they're called. Like I'm not an architecture expert. But since they're like diagonal walls, they basically cut off like a whole square where you can put things that are going to be functional in the game. Like you can't really put things on diagonals on The Sims 2 just because it doesn't work like that. You are restricted to right angles and grid lines. You know, it's just that way. I've not used, like I think there's a 1/4-tile placement sheet, but I think I've not used it and I think the functionality of some objects can be a bit iffy with that. So we're kind of restricted at the moment. But everyone has a bed, that's the main thing. You know, we've got a kitchen and 2 bathrooms, so you know, it could be worse. We did the best we could with the money that we have. We're definitely going to have to get the adults jobs when we start though. That is a matter of priority. Otherwise, they cannot afford this house. The other Simbin families that come with Riverblossom Hills are the Ramaswamis and the Omaki family. So the Ramaswamy family are like a young couple and they're ready to sort of settle down, like move up in their careers, have children, all that kind of thing. Typical families. And then the other one, the Omaki family, she's actually related to a family that are in town and she left her husband and daughter to live her dream of becoming a dread pirate. And I personally think she's quite a fun sim to play, even though she did abandon her entire family. But I quite like her. Honestly, all the Sims in this town I do really like. The reason I don't play this town as much is because there is a bug with the memories and it really annoys me. So in The Sims 2 we've got a memory system and your memories are tagged either green for good and red for bad. Every single memory in Riverblossom Hills is green. Even if someone's died or you got divorced or you got in a fight, it's a green memory. So that really annoys me. There is a way you can fix it. I think if you have like the bat box, you can fix the memories that way, or maybe it's something you can do in SimPE. I'm quite new to like Sims 2 mods and things, so I'm not entirely sure, but I do know you can fix it if that is something that would bother you as well. Honestly though, I'm just gonna get over it because I do really like this world. So it's gonna be fun to play it. The Ottomas Family as well. Really fun to play. Like full on, but fun. I also spent so much money on this bath and was like, yeah, this will do. But it was like, nah, like we can't justify spending £2 on a bath. Like we have like £6 to our name, have like a whole downstairs to furnish. Just, I need to lower my expectations of these things. Just because it looks nice doesn't mean we can have it. So like with the IKEA stuff pack that came with The Sims 2, there are so many like basic necessities that are cheap as chips. I love it. There's another thing, like with being restricted to the grid lines, I find it so hard to place rugs in The Sims 2. Like a lot of them aren't designed with grids in mind. So that's why in a lot of my builds, I just use a second carpet as rugs. Also, I didn't know you people had an issue with putting rugs on carpet. Like I didn't know that was a thing until I started watching build videos on YouTube. Like I've always had rugs in my bedroom and I've always had carpet in my bedroom. So I didn't know that was even a thing people didn't like until now. So I'm sorry, but I do that all the time. I do end up getting rid of that last counter in the kitchen just because I wasn't sure if Sims would be able to get past that chair, and we do need a dining table, and sadly it has to go there for now until Grandma dies. So we are coming close to the end of the build though, I think. I do end up getting rid of that TV because I couldn't afford a bathroom, but I did keep my expensive couch and armchair because I love them so much. Possibly a stupid choice, but I'm happy with it, and that's the main thing. So as I said, I will link Daydream Daze's channel in the description below. Definitely go and check her out, she's amazing. And I really hope that you're looking forward to this series because I am so excited. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next part. Bye!